problem itself is not the hustle or the career.
Yeah.
It's the pressure that is being subconsciously placed on not having a hustle or a career.
So a recent Nigerian survey showed that about 68% of Gen Zs admit work sometimes interferes with their relationships.
Show workings first before you begin to delve into all of this relationship, whatever. If you get 10 million naira now, possibility, amen. You may not want to exactly or expressly do anything with the 10 million, but the thought that the 10 million naira is there in loan, that's peace enough. Because if you get 100 million now, what do you want to do with it?
I can do and undo. Welcome once again to Ibadan 360 podcast with Ola. And yes, you know how we do it now. We'll first thank you guys for always being here and watching us. And yeah, for the comments and the likes and everything. Yeah, we see you and we see all that you do, how you contribute to our community. And just thank you. Thank you so much. And yes, we are back again today. And you know, it's not just me. We have a guest in the studio today. And in time, I'll be introducing. He also will be saying one or two things about this person and who he is. And before we go into that, you know, earlier today I was just thinking that, you know, how you can just like have a small community of people around you, maybe not small, but you have a lot of people, but then you just feel like the world is a global village, the world is small, and you can easily know someone that knows someone that knows someone. So why this came up is because I was on the road earlier, and I just saw this person looking at me, and the person was just looking at me, and I was wondering, do I know this person's face? The person kept on looking, and then I looked back, and I just did thumbs up, and he also did thumbs up, but I don't know this person. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing how you can just seemingly think that, okay, you know certain persons. There's a quote that I would have loved to share, but it just lost. It just went with the process, like as I was saying this. And yeah, just like I said, or we said, we have for you a special person in the house today. And the person is none other than Praise. Praise Issa, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much. So Praise, tell us, who is Praise? How would you describe yourself? What do you think that maybe the audience would, like, what would you want them to know about you?
First off, my name is Praise. I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
I'm a pencil in the hand of the Creator.
Very nice.
I'm the third born of my family out of 4 children.
All right.
I'm from Adamawa State.
Adamawa State.
Yeah.
Does he look at Adamawa? This guy doesn't look at Adamawa.
I'm from Adamawa State. People don't know this, but I studied engineering. I'm a graduate member of Nigerian Society of Engineers.
Interesting.
Right.
Engineer.
Aside everything, I am a cinematographer.
Okay.
I'm a photographer, videographer, drone pilot. Sometimes
wow.
I do voiceover artistry.
Nice.
And what is and what not. So yeah, that's basic. What else to know about me? I think I recently discovered that I love mountain climbing.
Yeah.
So
and you love to drive.
And I love to drive. Yes, I love to drive. So
Okay.
yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
All right. So Praise, do you by chance like watching movies?
Do I like watching movies? I would say I like watching movies, right? But I can't watch movies.
You can't watch movies.
So it's not like my go-to. I don't just
Okay.
default see them go and watch a movie.
Okay. So if you won't, or if you can't drive, or if there's no need for you to drive, if there's probably no mountain to climb, and what else? I think those two, or there is no cinema or video to cover, what else would fill in that box or tick that box for you, just for you to relax and chill?
Conversation with my people, my friends, community, people close to me, just conversations with them.
All right.
I'll do.
That's nice. But you're not the book type. You don't
Read books?
Yeah.
Nah.
All right, that's nice. That's nice. Thank you. And before we go into our conversation, yeah, today we are discussing this very, very interesting topic. And the topic is: do you think Nigerian also, or do you think the also culture has sort of like diminished the romance among Nigerian youths? So, aside the romantic part of it, we are also going to delve into other areas. So, generally, different things like normal relationships, whether friendship, whether all sorts. Also, so there's this particular podcast that I follow, really nice, interesting. It's called THP, and these guys were discussing about something like this. Maybe it was just maybe a little bit of a nugget that just came into their conversation, and there was this guy that was saying that a friend was asking him that, how far, my bro? It's been a long time we had seen, or maybe you had even like caught up, like we chatted or anything.
Yeah.
And the guy said that, my bro, na technical decision. Like that was the response. Technical decision. That it's not that maybe I don't want to keep up with you, but because they are just things that I'm doing. Like he just summarized it like simply technical decision. And it's just interesting how, many times we forget, we not that we forget, but we are just caught up in the whole circle of life. As the famous Lion King quote is, or the song. Yeah, we are caught up in that, and we have a lot of things going on, and we just maybe don't really have time for things that we usually would, as even adults. Like we are growing up, and then we are adults, and there's a lot of things going on with us. You have responsibilities, you have also, you just want to secure the bag, you want money for yourself, you want a secure future and all that. So we are going to touch base on that. And before we go into that topic, before we go more in depth into the topic, I have, of course, that we always have like memes for you, and I have a couple of memes here, and maybe myself and Praise will just discuss a little bit on some of those meme topics or meme tweets. Funny meme tweets. So this first one says that, how antisocial are you? So there was a tweet. The person asked, how antisocial are you? And the response from another tweet said that, I don't mind taking the longer route to avoid interacting with people. How antisocial are you? Then the response, I don't mind taking the longer route to avoid interacting with people. Is this something that maybe you find relatable?
No, it's not that bad. No. It's really not that bad. I don't think I'll intentionally take the longer route. I might take the longer route when I, just spur of the moment that
Okay.
maybe let me just stay longer outside, right?
Okay.
But if it's that because I want to avoid or not talk to somebody, I don't think I'll do that.
Okay, so at any point, maybe you are walking down the road and maybe you see a familiar face, but just because you don't want any distraction, like you are just focused, like you are focused, maybe you are rushing out somewhere, and then you just look it, like look away. This not buju that you see the person didn't see you, but then just not to cause unnecessary conversations and all this catch up thing.
Yes, now. Plenty times. Just boju. Like
Plenty
so
times.
what I'm saying is that boju, yeah, we all boju.
Okay.
But that I'll not intentionally take a longer route.
Okay.
Because that's highest that's going to happen is that we talk and I say how far. Yeah, I'm in a rush and I leave, right? That's the highest that's going to happen. But I'll now take a longer route because I want to avoid you. I know.
All right, fair enough. All right, so this other one says that the tweet said, the unnecessary anger that comes from being broke. Then someone else now responded and said, unnecessary question mark. Have you ever been broke? Like the person is asking that, like, why is it necessary? Like it is unnecessary to be angry because you are broke. And then the person now said unnecessary. Like, have you ever been broke?
Anyway, we just the boy. Everything is just going to be getting to you because I mean sometimes even if like I say it sometimes, like if you get 10 million naira now, like just 10 million naira now, there's every possibility amen. There's every possibility that you may not want to exactly or expressly do anything with the 10 million. But the thought that the 10 million naira is there in loan.
It's already
do you understand?
like the peace for you.
The peace. Do you understand? Like sometimes you have the money, but it's not like you want to expressly use the money.
Yeah.
But just to know that okay, the money is there and the money is coming in. That's peace enough.
Okay. Have you ever had a huge amount of money, maybe your account or somewhere, and then you just feel this pride, this ego that'll just come on you or something like?
The most that's going to come on me is that I just feel like I can buy anything I want. So again, not anything I want. I can buy like basic stuff, right?
Basic
Do you
stuff,
understand?
yeah.
So I'm not limited by how much is it.
Okay.
Especially when I go into certain places, like for
Okay.
example, I want to buy food, or I want to buy perfumes, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Okay.
I'm not limited by how much it is
Yeah.
because I know that, oh yeah, now last, Shark cannot collect 100K, or you cannot collect 200K,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I know that what I have is more than that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is, I think that's what
All
works.
right. Thank you. So this other one says, how do you all deal with silent treatment? And the response, this one caught my eye. I was just wondering that, where do people see all this kind of English from? And the person responded and said, silenter treatment. How do you all deal with silent treatment? Silenter treatment. So maybe you have this friend or this person that's giving you silent treatment. You now respond with a silenter treatment, and then you don't ask the person that, what's up now? You yourself, you just decide to stay silent.
I'm of the opinion that the reason why you give a silenter treatment is that you don't completely regard that relationship.
Okay.
I assume, right? Because I
Okay.
know that for me, let me speak for myself again, that when somebody's giving me silent treatment and I feel like somebody, like for example, now if somebody within my close circle,
Okay.
and I notice that you're giving me a silent treatment, I'll call you out. Like, what's the problem? Do you understand? Like, what's going on? Like, can you what's
Okay.
happening with you? But if it's
Okay.
somebody that is very random, like you're just, we gotta exist for
Yeah.
life,
Yeah.
and then you're not giving me silent treatment,
You yourself, you just lock up.
and you know, you know.
So this one says, money aside, what do you need right now?
That money that you aside.
That was actually what the response was. That money you just put aside. That's what I need.
Again, I'm like, the money, not like you have any plan. Okay, let put it on the check. If you get 100 million now, what do you want to do with it?
There are a lot of things, though. There are a lot of things. But you know, when I now start analyzing them, it take a long time before I now break them down into but just that 100 million naira is in, like, I can do and undo anything. Like I can do things that probably to seem unnatural, not unnatural, but things that in my wildest imagination.
That's
would
the
not
point.
ordinarily
Like
do.
the most of the time, the problem with not having money is the thoughts of not having the money. Do you
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
Because when you eventually have the money, it's not like you want to do anything
Yeah.
major with the
Yeah.
money, but just that I can open
You
my
just
bank
have
and
to
see,
have the money.
oh, there's 2 million naira here. Okay, I'm happy, right? So that's the thing.
The way you sleep will be different. The way you talk to
Everything
people will
the
be
way you
different.
talk, you know that,
Like,
okay, I get backing.
you know, there's this thing, this theory that people would say that, you know, when you attend parties and then you see people that just dance, like they body, do everything, they're the ones that they know to get. But you see a rich man, the man is just shaking like this, he's just flowing his agbada and just doing like there's nothing out of the ordinary, like jumping and all that. Like, do you think it's something that
No, I think
has
that
to do
one,
with the money
no,
and
it's
all
not
that,
the
or
money,
the
it's the
wealth?
personality.
Personality.
I've seen rich people dance. I've seen dance misbehaving. Dance. So I don't think it's by money.
Okay.
It's just by the person. Some people,
Personality.
some people, no matter how rich they are, they're still socially awkward.
Okay.
Do you understand? So people are somebody like for example now Governor Adeleke.
Oh.
He's not rich. But when he goes to party, does he not dance? Are you saying that okay?
He
If he goes to a party now, he give or take, he's part of the top 10 richest people there.
Perhaps.
But
Yeah.
he is dancing.
Actually. Yeah.
It's just your personality.
Yeah. True. So another one says, people who don't smoke or drink, what do you do when you're at your lowest? And this response said, it was really like profound for me. And the person said that, we'll look up to the hills from whence cometh our help. So he's asking that, you that don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't womanize, you don't do anything. Like, how do you try? Like, how do you
People have
try?
vices though. Okay, so it's like people have smoking, drinking, humanizing. Some people, I have a friend that when he's
At the lowest.
or when he's feeling one kind, we just travel.
Just travel.
Yeah, we just enter his car and drive. Maybe not travel. It can. There's one day that he wasn't feeling so good, and I saw that it was on Lagos Ibadan Expressway. So I'm going to Lagos, and no, I'm just going for a drive, right? So I think that people's vices at the end of the day is within their means. Right? For someone that doesn't have a car, you might not.
You might just take a walk.
You might take a walk. You might not have to drive. You understand? So some people just express it by drinking. Some people express it by smoking.
Yeah.
Some people express it by humanizing. I don't know why you're going to decide that is going to be your option, but first, I don't know, because you're already stressed.
Yeah.
You know how to go and humanize. You carry your stress to more stress. I mean,
You spend more again.
you spend more, right? You now decide to go and that's the best for you. I don't know. So people just do different things.
Quite funny, actually. So we are wrapping it up. So this particular one says that if you get money from your parents, this person was saying that if you get money from your parents, don't talk to me about also. And the response was like, that you think getting money from my parents is not hustling. Like,
it's not easy. Because they be like, they go probe you.
They'll probe you. Because
What end?
to what end? Exactly.
Why? Okay, can this not be done any other? Like, if you need to justify the reason why you're collecting that money.
I'm telling you. There was a time in, I think, my 100 levels, when I saw my guys or my so-called friends, they were living large, sort of buying different things and all that. And then of course, so the justifiable reason, Daddy, I'm sorry if you heard this or in case you are watching this. But then I told him that I wanted to buy a textbook, GES textbook. So
GES textbook.
GES textbook. So I now said that I think at that time it was maybe 1.2 or 1.3 or thereabout. So I now had like maybe another extra 1K on the 2 GES textbooks.
So how long ago was 100 level? That's 1K was the bowling money.
My bro, that was 2016-ish.
Okay, first. 1K was
Yeah,
bowling. 1K was bowling money.
I could buy a shirt.
In UI, no, 1K was bowling.
Yeah, I could buy a shirt with 1K.
That time, if you buy food 150, you might not be able
that was
to
what we're
finish it.
eating. That was what we're buying food with now. We were buying 150 chow. Hell, 200 max, and then you are good.
You may not even finish it.
Like you are good.
And that's okay.
So I now told him that I want to buy textbook. So. I was asking him that as how, like, why is the textbook that price? Like, it's too expensive now. I was not thinking. I said that no, that they said that if you don't buy it, that will not pass JS, this and that. Say that he was just looking for every means to cut that amount, and then I was not looking for every loopholes to plug in just to make sure that I get that money. At the end of the day, I got it all.
I'll say that's one thing I did not exactly explore in university. I did not.
Mind you, that was just 100 level.
No,
for me.
I did not exactly explore that hiking of fees. Like, say it is 52,000, I'm not gonna say 60 something. Every time I just tell them the exact figure.
Exact.
Yeah, and then they'll just round it up.
Wow.
So you understand, because they can do the fees like 52,450.
Okay.
Can do 55,000.
Okay.
Like, do you understand? But I don't. No, I didn't do it. I didn't expressly come out.
Good boy, you praise.
I did not do that one. But you know what was funny? They thought I was doing it.
They thought you were doing it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had a friend so all his siblings went to private schools. So in private, you know how private school fees are.
Yeah.
So when he came to UI, so his father's thought is that, oh, this is how much private schools are paying. They're paying 350, they're paying 500, they're paying this thing. So they're expecting that his son is going to come and say he's paying 400 or 500 or something. Do you understand? By the time in UI, we're paying 40 something.
40, yeah.
Right? This thing. But the boy is telling them at home that his school fees is like 450k.
Wow.
Say why? Because he's studying engineering. I'm telling you.
And he got it.
Got it. So the time that we now had the saga that they were increasing school fees,
Blood of Jesus.
now told his father that they've increased the school fees to like 600 something. I'm like, how do you even do this?
Why?
But he made it a little lower than his siblings' school fees so that it's going to justify that as a federal school.
Okay.
I'm like, this boy, like. But yeah, that's about.
Well, people do.
People do.
If
you think that's why, see this life, if you think you have heard everything, you will not reach somewhere, you will hear something.
Yeah.
You have not heard anything at all.
Yes.
Your mind will just be post go.
In fact, wow, at that young age.
Nah.
All right, so this last one, very last one. This person asked a tweet, what's the dumbest thing you did as a kid? Then the response, one of the responses was that wishing I was an adult. Have you ever been in that shoes
When I wished I was an adult,
as a kid?
I don't think I remember any instance, but I'm
That you
sure
wish?
that I don't think I remember any instance that I wished. I cannot remember. I can't recall it.
I mean,
But I'm pretty
there are
sure.
many.
I'm pretty sure that subconsciously, maybe I cannot remember it. I'm sure that I did. Maybe, for example, when something, when an adult in my world at that time gets something cool, I probably will wish that I was an adult, and like it's something I wish for. You understand? But I don't think I like off the top of my head now. I don't recollect any time that I expressly said that. Oh, I wish I was an adult. No, I don't do that.
You've never maybe had cause to increase your age by maybe a little, maybe because of the people that are asking you or the gathering that you are in. You've never had the cause to. That's nice. Yeah, many times I wish you like when you see or when someone talks to you and then you're like is it because you're older than me? And then you just feel like
No.
that kind of thing.
Well, thankfully, the space I'm in. Oh, are you talking about now or then?
No, then as
Okay,
a kid.
then. As a kid, no. I'm not saying you didn't have problems now. If you come out, someone talks to you and yes, I'll go and tell my mommy for you. Maybe that's the highest thing that I'm going to do, and you're going to live there, right? So I know it's to really think about all
But
those ones.
another funny thing is it's quite funny that as maybe young kids, maybe not you. Well, I asked this particular question some time ago that did you actually at any point wish you were an adult as a kid? And then quite a number of people said that yeah they did they did. So looking at us now being adults, we want to reverse it and probably maybe reduce our age. I just feel like I'm still young. You know when people say that people that are 30 or people that are 40 and then they are still telling you that I'm still young. Like I'm not old.
Slow down, slow down.
You understand that kind of thing? Like you just don't want to look old, but then your age is saying something different. So my cousin celebrated 30 years a couple of weeks ago, and he was telling me because we were having a chat, and I was like, "Guy, see, I'm younger than this age that I am right now." I said, "Man, you are getting old, though." That's just the fact about life.
It's not me that's turning this age.
You get, and yeah, looking at all of this and how we have been able to brush up on all these particular tweets, how they relate to us, it's quite interesting. That some of them, yeah, there are things that we've done or things that we've thought about or things that we practice or things that we find someone within our circle of world that maybe they also do some things like this. And before we go into our topic discussion, just giving you a little bit of statistics. We always like to infuse some statistics into our topic and discussion. So a recent Nigerian survey showed that about 68% of Gen Zs admit work sometimes interferes with their relationships, and 15% say it always does. Okay, let me take that again. A recent Nigerian survey showed that about 68% of Gen Zs admit work sometimes that's sometimes for the 68%, sometimes interferes with their relationships, and 15% say it always does. So looking at this particular stat, why do you think career pressure has become such a major emotional competitor to love or to other things among Nigerians? Looking at this now, career pressure, things about work interfering in this, work interfering in that. Why do you think that it has been such a major issue, like a major bearing on our lifestyle, as it were, as humans?
So I think that the problem itself is not the hustle or the career.
Yeah.
It's the pressure that is being subconsciously placed on not having a hustle or a career.
Okay.
As regards to relationship or romance or whatever it is, you understand? Like, for example, now you feel like in the new generation, there are talks about how to enter. I never get money, and if you enter a relationship, that kind of thing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure in modern relationships to stress on your financial capabilities. So it just makes sense that if you are not exactly making enough, so why stress yourself and enter
Into a relationship.
into a relationship? Because you know that at the end of the day, you know your pockets, you know
Yeah.
how much you are making and everything.
Yeah.
And you might not exactly be able to provide that much to sustain a relation. Because even if people say that they're understanding, they're this, they're that, they don't want, you don't have to spend much.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you still have
You
to
still have to,
spend,
yeah,
right? Maybe not
large,
exorbitant or
yeah.
large, right? But you still need to spend. And for somebody that is not making that much, having to spend that much or even
Yeah.
that little, it's really not, it doesn't balance out.
Now, looking at that now, some people would argue that if you are in a relationship, aside the fact that okay, spending is something that you necessarily have to do, some people would say that if you don't do that spending, it just shows that you are not you're not caring enough, or you don't love the other person enough, or maybe you are just not interested in that particular relationship as it is. Do you think that it's a pressure that maybe we by our own self like think about? Because now why I said this is because looking at previous maybe our fathers, many of them would say that their own love kind of language was so that maybe they'll take long walks with their significant other, or maybe whoever it is that they are in relationship with. Just take walks, maybe just have like a little sit. It's not like maybe I'm going to the movies or I'm going out, I'm taking you somewhere very expensive and all that. Like it was different.
It was
Like
very
low
different.
budget. You don't necessarily have to, but you just show that as
No
okay, I
budget.
care for you.
It wasn't
Like
low
very
budget.
low.
It wasn't low, it was no
No
budget.
budget. But looking at now, do you think that it's because of modernization? Or is it that we now find a new way, or find new ways to bring in creative ways just to try
I
and
think
make
that
another
I
person?
think that beyond modernization,
Yeah.
it has now also become a little bit more intentional in these days that oh that's you love me, right? I
Yeah.
love you, right? So let us create memories. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So sometimes some people still like the long walks, right? But the question now is how long are we going to walk for? Is it every time that we're saying that we're going to walk? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Some people want to go on dates. Some people want to do things that require financial
Yeah.
capital. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
in the days before, maybe they did not have so much the luxury of like options at the time,
Okay.
right? So that's why they went with walking, buying wrappers, buying all these most romantic thing that time was that you take your babe, you
Yeah.
have a car, you drive her around. Do you understand all those things? Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
So now there are more options, right? There are more things to explore. So the increase in modernization has also created room for more intentionality. So you don't have to be stuck in the past.
Yeah.
Get to level up as society is leveling up. So
But there was this particular I think it was one of our previous episodes when we were discussing about online validation, all of that, and how people would want to get some sense of affirmation based on maybe their post or something. They're always conscious about likes, comments, and all those things that they post. Yeah. So there was this just looking at this particular thing that we are discussing now. Some people, yeah, they take their babe out, or you just go out with your significant other, and you are just breathing down on everybody's necks. You are taking pictures. You are not presently there, but you are doing it not just for the fact that you like this person. Yeah, you like the person, but then you're also trying to look for affirmation from people, and then you try to also want to like, when you are trying to evoke a sort of response from people maybe looking at you and say that all those love emoji, God when, and all those things. Do you think that also is another pressure on its own, just for you to maybe try and look at like also like try and make money just because you want to be able to afford that? Like, go some place with your babe and then take that picture and post, and people are giving you all the, affirmations and all of that.
So, are you talking about for me?
Yeah, it could be
to
you.
speak for myself or speak generally?
No, this could be you.
So for me,
yeah,
it might not be a pressure for me because I like to believe that I am running my own race at my own pace. Do you understand? So you don't know. I have a context. You don't know what I have been through or why I'm where I am. Right? You don't know these people that you're seeing online. You don't know their story.
Yeah.
Right? The most you know about them is what they choose to show you.
Yeah.
Right. So you cannot exactly say that, oh, because this person is going to, this person and a man or their woman is going to Dubai for a trip for something. Right. I can't go to Dubai yet. Can't go to Dubai yet. Do you understand? Yeah. So I feel like if your partner in this case understands where you are at in life, do you understand? So if you understand each other, you can't be, for example, now, you can't be expecting me to take you to Maldives right now. Right? Because
we first start with maybe UI Zuabi.
Start with UI. We'll go to Botanical Garden, right? You understand? So if it's that you're looking for, you want validations in the big things, you want it to be at that level yet. Well, not at that level. So the level that we are, we can do great things there. So let's
build on that.
Let's build where we are. Do you understand? Because I cannot take you to Maldives doesn't mean that, oh, when we go to Botanical Garden, I will plan like a picnic type vibe. You cannot enjoy that because you're now seeing, because you saw that somebody's on the boat or on the yacht somewhere. We might not be on the yacht, might be on the wrapper, but please, let's make the best of it.
Very nice. Thank you for that particular one. So there is another one that says that with over 60% of Nigerian youths planning to start their own business, side hustles and gig jobs are now a part of everyday life. Do you think this entrepreneurial wave is empowering relationships, like maybe through some financial stability, like you trying to secure your future, you want the best for the family that you want to raise or you have in view, and then you just want to start something like at the expense of maybe right now you're looking at the future, that's okay, if I do this for maybe a number of years or at least a period, I can be able to secure something. But then looking at it now from the angle that some of us or many of us are, we hear people that would say that I want to do the hard work now and then probably at the end of the day, of course, make money before I now go into the relationship part. But do you think that it's not in a way, or it's in a way also robbing you of how you can have some emotional bond with someone? Like everything, because your mind is actually fixating on something else. And many people, even as guys, it's quite difficult sometimes to try and juggle maybe the calculative parts and also the relationship part, because there's nothing that would even say that you will spend regardless. There's no way you will spend.
Your babies understand it.
You understand. You get. So looking at that now, do you think that we trying to say that, okay, I want to also, is not robbing you of that, is robbing you of that opportunity for you to be able to bond with someone, like knowing the emotional aspect of how you can be able to build a relationship with someone? Do you think that's something that actually happens?
I think it does actually, right? Because, for example, now someone that is working throughout the day, having to constantly work. If it sets its eyes on the prize that my primary aim is to make money, if at the end of the day somebody gives him a different energy, because that is not his primary aim or objective, it's very easy to just let it go and go down. Will you go away? This is why I'm here. Do you understand? It's easy to do. Like, for example, now you finish working the entire day, somebody come out and text you that, oh, you forgot about me. Do you understand? It takes a lot of intentionality to, after all of that, still be able to keep up and with a decent conversation. This time now it's not even romantically, with just a normal conversation with a very mutual friend. Do you understand? So it takes a lot of intentionality, a lot of discipline, that okay, a determination that I want to do this, to do it. And I think that because of the need to always, I mean, if you're not working, you feel like you are wasting your life. Do you understand? So I feel like the hustle has significantly
affected us in that regard.
In
Now,
that regard.
looking at praise now, do you think that, or how do you actually find a means to be able to keep up with you? You said that you love to interact with people, that if you don't have time to travel or to go driving or to go hiking, that you just like to meet your people, interact, gist, have fun. Because looking at that, I also have my own people. Like I have family, I have some close tied friends and all. But there are times when I am just tired. Not tired mentally, but tired from work or maybe things going on around. And I love to interact with people as well. But I'm just laid back. Like I just want to rest, like chill first. Because your mood, you don't want a situation whereby you're within your circle of people and then people are just wondering, what's wrong, close your boy. That why are you so moody? Why is this? Why are you that? So how do you now try to, navigate around that and not make your mood or maybe your thoughts or the from the hustle and bustle of the day to have a bearing on how you're going to interact with someone?
I think that the most anybody knows is what they know.
Oh, nice.
So if they are saying you be a certain way, they don't know anything. Hence, they don't know. Right? So if you communicate, oh, we're having a conversation, but I'm tired from the day's work. Say, oh, this is how my day went, and it really took a toll on me. I'm actually really tired now. So in case I sound like I'm not interested in conversation, it's not that I'm not interested, it's that I'm tired. Do you understand? I let my friends know that the people that I get to talk to at the end of the day, very few people, that today was a very long one. I may even fall asleep anytime soon. So you know that when I stop replying you, it's because I've already told you that I will fall asleep anytime soon. Do you understand? And also putting a healthy culture. Like for me now, every week I play basketball with my guys. So we hang out. Do you understand? So for me, it can work. For some people, they might not have that time. So what do? It's a balance. Sometimes if I'm not playing basketball with them, it's the random 5 minutes call during the day, or 3 minutes banter, something. And that's why I think that streaks is a great idea, and streaks is a very lovely thing, because snap streaks and everything. So because I
snap streaks.
I do.
Wow.
So I get to even though I may not even reply to it all the time. But I know that I am seeing a part of you. Right, I'm seeing progress about your day. Do you understand? And then I can even reply to some things and say that and that can now spring up another conversation that's going to lead to catching up on something, or one or two or three other things. Do you understand? So that's what I think. I think that it boils down to the way you communicate. Right? Because if you're not feeling up to it in that moment, feel tired, just say.
So looking at what you said now, you said you keep streaks or snaps. I used to do that. At least maybe earlier this year, I would try to keep streaks and all that. Not until you just felt that
I'm tired.
I'm tired. If you want to talk, we talk. Not that even most of the guys that usually keep streaks together, they already, because I stopped, they also had taking a step back from that. But once in a while, I check your story, I comment, I check your maybe Instagram posts or your status and all that. But it doesn't mean that maybe I'm not very much present online like that. I'm always present online, especially maybe with using WhatsApp. Like you send a message, I see the reply. Except if I'm very busy, but I will still reply. Now looking at, and I was in conversation with someone, a friend, some days ago, and this person is quite known for the habit of not replying to messages. So she's a friend, a close friend, sort of, and many people would accuse her or tell her that why don't you reply messages now? You understand? And she would say that work, school, a lot of things here and there. But each time I send message, the message delivers. Like you are present, you are online. Like I can see that you might not have read it, but at least it ticks that it has delivered. But you don't reply. Like it might not be like until maybe after 2 or 3 days, you're just getting a response or something. And then you wonder that, but you don't behave that way. Like despite the fact that you are busy, very busy. Do you think that looking at the mental health thing now, I think that was a discussion that we were privy to about like a few days ago also. And looking at the mental health of people, emotional balance and everything, do you think that we need to, as human beings, give ourselves a break from also. Aside the fact that you are killing, not maybe killing, but then you are cutting another aspect of your life in terms of how you can be able to interact with people. There are some people that they don't know any other thing aside just work, like work stuff. Like they don't know how to deal with people socially. Like that social part of them has probably faded off, or maybe just fading away. They don't really have time because I just want to also, like, that's the only thing I know. You understand? I don't know anything else. And then when you're not trying to keep up with them, maybe having some very nice conversations or maybe just having deep conversations around things emotionally, it's difficult for them to flow. Do you think that has become a known thing now that people tend to do, that they just can't sit, discuss with you, or you discuss with them, flow with them, or bond with them because of this aspect of Nigeria as it is? I got work. I don't have time. Like you get to some calls like these days now. Let me give you a funny example. So these days, maybe you call or someone calls me. Maybe I see the call. Maybe it's not someone so close to me, and then I look at the call and I pick it, and I'm like, the person is saying, "Are you there? How are you? How are every now?" And I'm responding, but I'm waiting for you to say what you called me for. You understand? Because I'll not give you a pause after I answer all those. We've done all the felicitation and everything, and I'm like, okay, how are you there? So okay. I'm actually evoking something, a response from you or reason why you called me. Not exactly okay, yeah, this and that. I just want to. I do that sometimes too. But you know, some people would like do it every now and then because it's just very hard for them to keep up with normal mutualistic conversation. Like they don't know when it's time for that. So how do you think, or what do you think that people can do in this regard, or you as a person, how do you think, or what do you think you will do?
If I get it right, in regards to, just to understand it right.
Yeah.
In regards to what?
In regards to mental health, and also in regards to how you can be able to flow with people ordinarily.
Well, it's easy for me to, again, for myself.
Okay.
It's easy for me to like just have great conversations and flow with people. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But then, I think it's also easier for me if I know that for people that I don't speak to often,
okay,
when you're texting me, to know the reason why you're texting me, or the reason why you want to talk to me in that moment. Sorry, the reason why you talk to me in that moment, right? It helps me, so I can understand that. Oh, the reason why you're talking to me is because of this. The reason why you're talking to me sometimes is because you just want to check on me, or this thing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Stating the purpose of discourse before. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because we're not exactly so close. It's my people that are close, like in my world, that can randomly call me and have a 5 minutes,
10 minutes,
10 minutes conversation, just touching everything. Do you understand? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think that understanding what we're about to talk about, or why we're talking about it, what we're about to talk about, helps my reasoning and then my structure towards the conversation we're having.
Interesting. So, yeah, if we rewind time, older generations, they often build relationships first to an extent, then careers and all that. Like you wonder that maybe you watch some old school movies or you hear from your parents that maybe they married at a very young age
Young.
and something before they now start, and things started falling in line, or things fell in line as they progressed in age. But then in today's Nigeria now, the order has reversed. And what do you think? What do you think has changed? Is it maybe economy? Is it technology, or is it maybe just our values?
It's values and the way people think. That's what has changed.
Values.
Personal values and the way people think, right?
Yeah.
That has changed a lot of things. I mean, in that time, when they marry early, because we believe that let's marry and we'll start our family together, we'll start raising this thing. But this time, we want to, in quote and unquote, the words that they use outside, show workings first before you begin to delve into all of this relationship, whatever, because really nobody's going to want to stay with somebody that is just trying to figure out life. You understand?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be
Secure.
with secure, basically. So do you understand? So people have now clocked it that, you know what, if nobody wants to actually stay with somebody that hasn't figured out their life, so why not figure out your life first before you to start to want to go out and disturb somebody? Do you understand? So that is why I think that's the like the foundation of the entire whole thing. So everybody now wants to figure out their life before they start even entering talking stage or anything, or even trying to talk to anybody. Because it's crazy now, because even at talking stage you have to spend some funds, because to talk to somebody aside from talking online, sometimes you might want to talk outside of online, and if you're going to do that, you need to spend money. You need to plan, even if it's the littlest thing, like plan to go to the cinema now. If you're planning to go to the cinema and you don't want to do anything, you just want to buy tickets. You don't even want to buy popcorn. You don't want to buy water.
You're spending, you know.
Do you understand? So imagine that you're going now. We are buying tickets, movie tickets. 2 people. You're buying
10K.
You're buying popcorn. You're buying a drink or something. Do you understand?
Like 30K.
Do you understand?
You still ferry yourself there.
Good. Like, do you understand? So that kind of this thing. So there's a lot of that. I know that people say that, let's split bills. You don't have to pay everything. But at the same time, even if you're not paying everything, you're still spending money. It is, money doesn't finish because you made 1 million investments. No, it is the 5K, 10K, 20K here. The little this. It takes a lot, especially on people that don't exactly have that much money. Do you understand? Somebody that has a very high income tax bracket, right? It might not exactly feel the 5K, but the people that exactly, they are just trying to build themselves and everything, right? So those 5Ks, those 2Ks, those this thing, it tells a lot on them. So yeah.
Thank you. So I was watching a movie a couple of days ago, and this guy, he went into a restaurant, and it's very relatable. I won't say real life, but it's very relatable. So he walked into a restaurant. Well, he usually accustomedly goes to this restaurant, and then the person who answers, like the waiter or the is it boss lady or whatever, but the person who answers was one fine lady, like courteous, nice, and very friendly. So he had always maybe thought about asking her out, that maybe one day you just come. So he had a very good day this particular day on his way there. So he now decided that today is the day I'm asking her out. So he got there quite shy, maybe not so confident, but then he just maybe tried. And he said that, do you ever go out sometimes? And the lady was like, yeah. And he said that, okay, I would like to take you out. She agreed. Said no problem. And they started this maybe romantic thing, and started seeing one another. But then it got to a point when his career was just quite uncertain in terms of him leveling up and all that. He was facing quite a lot in that line, and he had a career in music. So I think his manager told him that he had been spending quite a number of time with the babe, that he wasn't having time to practice, rehearse, and all of that, and he's probably maybe not going to make it as much as he wants to.
Okay.
So he now went back to meet this lady, and I was watching and I was wondering that, what are you thinking? And I was saying that I want to be great I want to be this, I want to be that, that I feel that our relationship has to end. That I like you, I do this, I like you, you're a good girl, you're this, you're that. But then I need to pursue my career. I need to be great, I need to achieve something. And the lady was asking that you think that we being apart would actually make you like be that great person you are, and say yes. And this lady is someone that let me go on. So the lady was okay. You think I'm a distraction? He said yes, and I said no problem. And they went their separate ways. And well, things didn't actually really now go on well from that point. You understand? He felt that everything was going to he practiced, did all the rehearsals, but there was that emotional attachment, like that thing, like someone to encourage him, someone to maybe remind him, all those things. Like he lacked it, and he just kept on being very he 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 just had this thing about okay, work, and it was taking a toll on his mental health. And at the point, after a long time, you know, said that okay, let him call this babe and just tell her that okay, he was having a show. He said, okay, let me just call her and see that if he could still, you understand. So he called her and said, hi, I'm sorry about the time when I said this and that. That okay, I'm inviting you for this. And would you love to come? And the girl was like, I would have to check it with my boyfriend. So she had moved on. He hadn't moved on. He felt that he could still try to elope her or bring her back, like try and apologize, then bring her back. And looking at that now, quite relatable because when I looked at that, I was wondering that many times we find ourselves doing that same mistake. You like someone, you might not be able to have that same person. And we are all different. You might think that there are a lot of fishes, there are this and that. Some people would say that, of course. Like you lose someone today, you get another one tomorrow. But looking at that, you know that it wasn't down to maybe one person or the other person making the mistake or doing something that you actually felt that I need to leave this relationship. But it was just you because you knew that or you wanted to also like pursue your career, and then you told that other person that see, I don't think we have time, let's end this. You understand? And you are not seeing it on the long term. Like you've already cut a part of your life away in terms of how you can be able to build with someone. Now, looking at that now, like, would you think that, or like, since we most times, since we always say that maybe we lack time or we don't have time, and we obsess over career, like it's one of the top on our list of relationship stress, like stressors and all that. Like, what practical things or habits do you think that you as a person, like personally, that you think can help other people to maintain a connection while chasing their dreams?
Okay, I think that I'm 100% of the opinion that nobody's ever too busy.
Hmm.
Nah, because nobody's ever too busy. It depends on how much it matters to you,
Hmm.
or what you're doing in that moment, how much it matters to you. So
Yeah.
if I am working, right,
Yeah.
am I saying that for the entire 24 hours, for example, editing,
Yeah.
am I saying for the entire 24 hours I'm looking at my screen? No.
Hmm.
I can tell you categorically, nobody looks at their screen for an entire 24 hours. There's probably those 10 minutes or that 5 minutes or that 30 minutes or maybe that 1 hour break. Do
Like
you understand? Do you understand? So it depends that okay, how much am I looking to invest in whatever it is, or how intentional am I in those other things? In that my 10 minutes, I can drop a text, or if it's longer than that, I can place a call or something. Are
Yeah.
you busy? Are you this? Are you that? Oh, I have time. I just want to do.
Yeah.
Do you understand this thing? So it's balance at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, even you're going to sleep, and when you sleep and you wake up, the time that you have to wake up and then struggle and grovel in the bed, you can use that one too to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
If you think that that's what you want to do,
Yeah.
or you can use that time to invest it something else other than having to work. So I feel like work this time has now become like a shield that everybody else hides behind, right? Because just keep like the question now boils down. I mean, the question boils down to how does it matter? How much does it matter to you?
Like on top of a priority.
That's just how much is the priority? How much is this person? How important is this person? Work is important.
Yeah.
No cap. But the thing I'm trying to build with this person, is it as important as my work? Is it more important than my work? Or is it as important as my work? Do you understand? At what level do I scale it? Is it something that, okay, I'm of the opinion that if it happens, it happens. If it does not happen, well and good, doesn't happen. Do you understand? So people's disposition to it is what I think that's this thing. So practical steps I'll say is prioritize.
Okay.
Prioritize.
All right.
That's the first. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Prioritize, because if you think that it's not worth it, right, then you not give it time. If you think it's worth it, you give it time.
Thank you so much for that, Praise. Yeah, and this thing about scale of preference. Like, what do you think is on top of that? Like, okay, yeah, I have time for babe, I have time for this relationship, I have time for work. Like, you just give it a scale of preference, and just like I think what you just said now, it made me reflect back on someone whom I respect, someone you're also familiar with, would usually say that what matters to you matters to you. Like, it's not that you would say that I don't have time, but you have time for what matters to you. You can't just say that I don't think this will work. I don't think that would work. Despite the fact that we say that, yeah, some people are busy, some people are this, some people still have time to sleep 8 hours a day. Valid, yes. Despite maybe hiding under the shadow of or on the umbrella.
Some people have time to drink.
You get yes. So it just matters to you. It matters to you. So whatever you think, yeah, just giving me adding to what you just said now. Like, I think is really helpful, profound. Thank you so much. And maybe the last part is that just a thought that came into my mind. I was thinking, okay, yeah, there's this person I know. The person works at night. The nocturnal person.
Okay.
He's not a Yahoo guy, but he works at night. So he works remotely.
Okay.
Because he works with companies abroad. So time zone, yeah, disparity and all that. And his babe, of course, will sleep at night. So his babe will say that because I hear. So many times he now has to sleep during the day. Works at night, sleep during the day. Whereas the other person or partner would go to work during the day, sleep at night. So how do you think now, looking at it, you are of course you are not the relationship expert in this, but looking at this now, what kind of balance do you think that, because we were mentioning balance earlier, what kind of balance do you think that this person can be able to carve out just for you to like try and blend it after?
I think that as much as time zone affects, there's going to be that lapse. There's always that in between. For example, now you start working at 9 p.m. Nigerian time or 6 or 7 p.m. Nigerian time, and you work all the way to, like, let's say 2 p.m., 4 p.m., right? AM, sorry, like 4 a.m. and everything, right? And then when you're done, so basically, if you are saying that, if by your math is that you sleep during the day, so basically the day is your night, right?
Yes.
So by 4, 5 a.m., that means you are getting into like work mode. You're entering like 11 p.m. Do you understand? So that's the time that you can have the 11 p.m. conversations, right? So now what happens? What time does your babe exactly wake up to get ready for work and all these things? You understand? What if you have conversations in all of these times, right? Like, I'm going to work, or on our way to work, right? On our way to work, maybe it's 8 o'clock or something. Do you understand? So 8 o'clock night, like for you, 8 o'clock is not exactly a terrible time like that. Do you understand? Understandably, sometimes you might be so tired and everything, but it's the little times in between that you can talk to, because you might not exactly have to talk for 6 hours at once. You are not jobless now. You have work. Do you understand? You may not be able to do that. But when you, at the end of the day, when you talk 10 minutes every once in a while with text and everything, it adds up, and it caters for a lot. And then when you're not working, prioritize having to meet. Do Do you understand? Meeting in this sense, like hanging out, may not be anything serious or anything this thing. Just do something little, right? Just prioritize hanging out, because at the end of the day, when you don't have to work, you can channel that time
into your relationship.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Praise. And to everyone who is following all of this, it's it's been really nice, like, talking about this, and I can relate to it. Praise, of course, him giving us all this tidbit knowledge here and there, of course, also relates to it. And I hope that you've been able to pick one or two things from it. You've been able to learn one or two things from it. And even if not you, at least maybe you know someone, you have someone within that your WhatsApp group, or just that circle of people that you are very familiar with, that you think would be helpful for them. And don't always forget that you need to also follow us to be able to get to know more about all that we bring to you, because of course we have very interesting insights, conversations, we bring in culture, we bring in lifestyle, we bring in things of interest that you also can be able to learn one or two things from. So before we now round off, Praise, we usually do this thing called this or that. This or that. So I'm going to ask you maybe a couple of this or that questions. You just tell us, okay, which one you like or which one is this. So the first one, TikTok trends or X banter?
Can I be in the middle?
I know.
Is that possible?
No, you have to pick one.
TikTok X banter.
X banter. So you use X a lot.
I use it sometimes when those on that app.
Yeah.
So they are. So you just be so it's good looks here. Can you think like this? Like so I think X bound. I'm going to pick X bound over TikTok. I just remember that trend can be one nonsense dance or one that banters.
Have you ever maybe heard of a trend that you didn't know about? That somewhere you're like, you don't know this, you don't know that. Like, was it a few days ago?
The one that happened recently was the oil P.
LP.
The one that people were pouring oil on their body, like they were doing the AI picture of oil.
I don't know that one.
So when that one happened, I saw that everybody was posting oil. I said, when did this one happen? Why you pouring oil on your body? Then I said that, it's for a song that is coming out. I say, everybody doing pour oil on your body. Say, anointing. I say, okay. That was one trend I know that I didn't know about. So I was like, that happens.
But you're comfortable not knowing certain trends.
Like Mado. And because questions I ask myself is, the knowledge of this trend, what's it going to add to me?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. True.
At
So
the end of the day,
you are cool with X banter.
I'm cool with X banters because I get to see
people's responses.
I'm like, how did you think about this thing? Like, I'm really bothered. Like, so I get to see that. So,
yeah, nice. So I think looking at this in retrospect, there was one particular tweet. What was the tweet again? Because it was very recent. I heard it somewhere too, and then I was just thinking. I found myself thinking about it. But maybe we'll talk about that one later. Like, it does not come to mind now. So the next one: Instagram stories or WhatsApp status?
Instagram story.
I'm
not a WhatsApp person.
Yeah, I see you don't post on WhatsApp too.
I'd rather do Instagram and
Snapchat. Now you're already telling your folks and maybe people that want to get to know you.
Oh, they know me. My friends know me that if you text me on Snapchat and I don't reply in the next 2 minutes, I'm not going to reply you, or I'm sleeping, or I'm doing something else. But usually, the fastest way to reach me has to be Snapchat. Yes.
Wait, do you mute your notifications for WhatsApp?
They are not muted. I just don't pay attention to it. So once I turn up, you know how you turn on your phone and there are things that you look out for.
Yeah.
WhatsApp is not one of them. So I just tap on my phone and then I look through the Snapchat notification. I see there's a chat, I check it. And then I reply it. But most of the time, people that have my Snap, they're people very close to me. So there's every possibility that I reply faster on Snapchat.
Nice. For me, I think that it all varies. It varies. I'm very much more active on WhatsApp though. Not exactly maybe status level active, but
Okay,
reply
active.
messages and all that. But it varies. I could also be active
But I
on
also think that I'm
Snap.
generally active because sometimes too, WhatsApp I can be fast, right? But then most times, but that's just on very rare occasions.
Rare
But most
occasions.
times, I'm
Okay.
on.
All right. So next one, O&B Saturday or Netflix weekend.
I don't like crowded and noisy places, so I will just stay inside. I will go for the Owambe if the person is a very, very close person and it's somebody that I'm willing to, because of the level of love I have for the person, I'm willing to overlook the fact that the place is going to be crowded and noisy.
Okay.
I might do that, but I think
it's not something you just usually would do. ChatGPT or Google search? Anyone? And which one now?
Anyone. I don't.
You don't use them?
I use it now.
You use it?
But, okay, for something more just general, I think I'll just go research it. But something that I need to, like, a little bit of fact and whatever it is that I don't want to do the research by myself and stress myself. Maybe AI.
Yeah. Cash or transfer?
Cash far.
Waiting is that one now.
Transfer. No, POS.
Like, it's funny how you are taking so long to think about this. POS.
Yeah.
All right. So, casual wear or native drip?
Casual.
Yeah, you don't put on native many times, sure.
I hate it. I dislike it, man.
Because you're not
I
a
like
Yoruba guy.
comfort.
You know be Yoruba boy. So
No, it's not even.
I get why that.
Arewa boys, they rock Trado.
But you wake on the rock casual uncle.
Maybe it's because of the way I am, sure. I just feel like I like comfort, man. So most
you
of the
can
time,
be comfortable. Okay, no, just you.
nah, I don't feel like.
All right. So last one, Ibadan's calm life or Lagos fast life.
But don't come live, I beg.
Ibadan calm life. I was
Lagos
thinking you were going to
chaotic.
go for the other one.
I know it's chaotic. See, it's chaotic. It's just that in the chaos, there's a lot to do in that chaos. But Ibadan is calm, man. Everybody likes chill life.
You don't necessarily have to be somewhere and then you are thinking of if I pass here, where I go.
Do you
pass,
understand?
where I come out, where I go pass. That kind of
The fact that I'm here now,
stress.
I can decide that in 30 minutes time I want to be in Oluyole. In 30 minutes I want to be at Ring Road.
Yeah.
And I know that in 30 minutes I'll be there. JB is to find a book somewhere. Ring Road, how much? 2.5? No, 1.5. And I'll be there. So that kind of thing.
Really nice. Thank you so much, Praise. It's been really, really interesting. Doing this with you, with not just me, and I believe that it's been fun for you as much as it has for us. Right, been fun for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
And many times we usually feel that we don't really want to talk much, but then when you find someone that you can have conversations with, it doesn't necessarily have to always be very deep conversations, but things that they are relatable stuff, relatable facts, things that you actually face as a person. Like it's kind of, it gives you some sense of peace, calm, afterwards. And just as it has for me, I love this, and I hope that you also would continue to subscribe and also like and comment on our post. And till we see you once again, my name remains Ola, and have a blessed one, guys. Bye bye.